Happy holidays to everybody out there in the video online world. It's me, Isabel Marie, and for the girls, I'm going to go out there and give you the close-up because a lot of the girls asked me to. Hopefully this comes out. On my right, you can see the vines of holly, the little berries, got the white, the green, the red faded eyeshadow. On my forehead, got the snowflakes, goes there too, the lips, mwah, they're red and they have white and green glitter, believe it or not. So, this video, I decided to just do. For those who know me, I don't time my videos, I just get inspired and I just go ahead and talk. And since I've already hit most of the points that I wanted to on my other videos, I just decided to talk and ramble and see if something good comes to me. And something, did come to me because I was thinking right now about how, if you guys don't know my story, I've been through welfare, I've been through living on $300 a month to survive, I've been through an abusive relationship, a miscarriage, I've been a dancer, I've got kicked out when I was 16. Of course I'm highlighting all the things that were tough because people can relate to that. And I've done a lot of great things in my life too. I have a gorgeous son, I'm a single mom, I'm successful, home-based entrepreneur. I've gone to college, I didn't finish, but I did a lot of good things in my life too. And this is the thing about it is, guys, is a lot of people let their circumstances define who they are, and people think that they have to have the best, story and the best, replicated website and tell everybody what they think they want to hear, and that's going to get them more friends and more love and more business and more happiness and success in life. And guys, that can be further from the truth. Your mess becomes your message in so many ways because it's like I can't be everything to everybody. I am who I am, and I'm so totally happy in my life. I had to actually cut out a majority of my family in my life because of the negativity and because of all the meanness that they would, spit. It's like a lot of people, when they're younger and they have all these beliefs, and you're a little kid and you're all fired up and you could be a cowboy or an astronaut or a ballerina. Everything's possible, and then somewhere along the way, a few people burn you and hurt you, and then you start to get, older, and then you start to get more realistic, in the real world, and then you just start to get jaded, and somewhere along the lines you end up bitter. And I think that a lot of people don't mean to be that way, and you don't have to be that way, but you got to make a choice. You know what I mean? You can go out there and pick on me, and you can, people that leave negative comments, they complain about my tongue ring. Guys, get over it. I'm young. I was 18 when I did it. It hurt like hell, and I swore I was never going to take it out. That's just who I am. I have tattoos. I'm a single mom. I've been on welfare. It's like you guys got to really stop picking on people and stop hurting people because, you don't know if that one thing you say to somebody is going to make them commit suicide. Or it's going to make them change, or it's going to make them, go out there and wear sexier clothing because you don't think they're attractive, and then they get raped. I mean, you don't know how you affect somebody's life positively. Like I was saying in my other video, the lady who gave me this CD, you got to find my video. It's an awesome story. Oh my gosh, she didn't give it to me. I found it on eBay after 10 years, guys. She made my century. But at the same time, though, in the reversal of it, you don't know how hard, it is for people at times. Somebody's like, well, what if somebody cuts you off and they're a jerk, and I'm like, well, what if they're cutting you off to go say goodbye to their dying mom? I spent too many years hating, my real mom because she wasn't there for me. I have another video, go find it, it's called When Your Mom Dies. But at the same time, though, when she died, I realized that I didn't know her enough to even want to judge her and to be mean to her and to hate her because, I mean, what if she was younger and she got raped? What if she had to go out there and do the drugs that she did to get over something that happened to her? What if she was just poor, And yeah, I don't believe in excuses, but at the same time, though, I'm not one to dish out judgment. You know what I mean? I could have at least been, if I couldn't tell her on her dying deathbed in the hospital that I loved her, the least I could have done as a person was told her I forgave her. That's my story in my other video. You guys got to go see it if you haven't. And this is the thing about it is I went out there and I did a video, and I had just told my friends on MySpace, hey, check out my video, tell me what you think. And this lady turns around and she's like, oh, you're so unprofessional, look at you, the way you talk, you got a tongue ring, you're sitting outside, look at your makeup and all these things. And I'm like, whoa, wait a minute, you know what I mean? Don't spit your negativity at me, because I looked at a lot of her pictures on her MySpace and of her family. They were very overweight and they looked upset looking, you know what I mean? I'm not going and picking on anybody who's overweight, whatever, but the thing about it is when you go out there and somebody asks you for comments, they're not asking you to bash them. You can say whatever you want. I'm very honest and blunt, But I don't go out there and hurt people in the meantime that I'm doing it. You know, I don't know how to be this perfect person. I don't know how to be this person who's all shiny and new. And I could dress up and I could tell you everything you want to hear, but it's fake. It's fake to you and it's fake to me, and none of us are winning. You know, I love makeup. I love my son. I love being, you know, a kid at heart. I love doing the things I do. It doesn't mean I'm any less smart. It doesn't mean that I'm any less capable. It doesn't mean because I was in an abusive relationship that I'm any less lovable or deserving of love or giving of love. You know, everybody has these like notions, and I've had it from my family. I've had it from so-and-so and these friends and ex, you know, employers and stuff. Trying to, you know, the reason why relationships don't work, guys, it's not because you don't give your all and I don't give my all. No, it's not that. It's because people don't allow each other to be themselves and love them for who they are and accept them for who they are. That's the problem. Be it a husband and a wife, a mom and a child, or whatever relationship, work, boss and employer. That's what it is, guys. It's like people go out there and don't like other people because they're not who they want them to be. They are themselves and they don't accept them for themselves. They want them to be perfect. They want to be the way that they think they should. I spent so many years of my life complaining about my family when I was younger because we were supposed to have a white picket fence, you know, a house and a dog named Spot and a 2-car garage. And if I didn't have that, I didn't have a real family according to other people. And I hated my family, you know, for not being those perfect people. And I'm like, oh my God, what was I thinking? I love my family just the way they are. I love my sister for being the kind of person that loves her man and could go out there and clean some house and then could go out there and, you know, get, you know, dress the way she wants and dance the way she wants. I love my brother, you know, my oldest younger brother, for being the person he is, for going out there with my dad and being his fishing partner, and for going out there and being his little GQ self, and, you know, but being respectful and very sensitive to women's needs. Ladies, they're both single. I love my younger brother for being more like me, you know, goes to the beat of his own drum, that is a little bit more independent, you know, has a little bit, you know, that dad in him, that, you know, that temper, that Italian part of him, but he's out there and he's just like, you know what, he'll do it. He challenges himself a lot. I love my father for being the person that he is. He's in the Army. Thank you, Dad, for going out there. He just re-enlisted last year, guys. Thank you for everybody who ever makes that decision. I love my dad. I am so proud of him. Thank you for showing me how to cook and taking me to work for Take Your Daughter to Work Day. And, you know, thank you for showing me how to fish. I love to fish now. Thank you for my mom out there who showed me how to be creative, who gave me enough confidence and love to be myself, who nurtured me and showed me how to take care of myself. You know, as my mom, when my biological mom wasn't there for me, that's who my real mom is, my stepmom. I love you guys for being who you are. And I love you guys for who you are now. If you guys can give that back to me and to other people, and I'm not just talking about my family, I'm talking about you guys out there. If you guys can do that for other people, it feels good inside. Don't push who you think somebody should be on them. Don't go out there and hurt people and say mean things because they're not who you want them to be. If they're happy, be happy for them. Love them because they love themselves enough to be happy. Because at the end of the day, when we're all said and done, it's always shoulda, coulda, woulda. I don't want to be that person. I don't want to live with regrets. You know, my family means so much to me, and it's okay that we don't have a dog named Spot. It's okay that we didn't grow up in, you know, the suburbs, and, you know, we're not the Brady Bunch. You know, it's okay that, you know, we all have our little, you know, things that we go through and stuff. This don't define who you are, guys. This makes you better, and this makes you who you are inside for the positive. I don't sit there and say, oh, poor me, I didn't have everything I wanted. I say, oh my God, I have another day. You know, I'm able to go and be creative and be myself. You know, for so many years I spent so much time feeling like I wanted to be like everybody else. Why didn't I date more? You know, I've been single for 7 years. You know, I haven't had a serious boyfriend since my son's father. Not because I don't like guys, but because I had to find out who I am. And I had to be happy with who I am and accepting and loving of myself first. I wanted to be a complete person so I could completely give myself away to that other person. I don't want to sit there and cheat them out of like the best parts of who I am. You know? And I don't want to cheat my son out of that either. So, you guys, if you want to find me and you want to be my friend and you want to get to know me, if you want me to take your business to that next level, if you want to go out there and be yourself and you want to go out there and fulfill your dreams, or if you just want to talk, you can find me at myspace.com/Miss_Izzy ISSY. You can find me at youtube.com/quick QUICKWITTED quick-witted woman without the C in quick. Or you could just email me directly, Isabel Marie, ISABELMARIE, the number 1313 @gmail.com. Hopefully this is under 10 minutes. Hakuna Matata, happy holidays, God bless you guys. I'm glad I don't rehearse what I'm going to say and I just say it because I mean what I say and I say what I mean, guys. God bless, take care of your family, and allow people to be themselves and love them for who they are. Bye, guys.